Hello, dear friends. Just wait a jiffy. Do you know the meaning of jiffy? Jiffy. Jiffy means moment. Wait a moment. Wait a minute, we say. So you may use the word jiffy instead of moment or a minute. Very short span of time. Why I told you to wait? Because I had just turned the camera on and was coming from there to be in front of you. Now I'm in front of you. Welcome, dears, to this show. And you know very well what we do. We generally learn spoken English. And for that reason only you see there are 7 sentences here. Try to read these sentences and see whether you understand the meaning of these sentences or not. If you understand the meaning successfully, then be sure you will be able to understand the English movies as well. You don't have to keep your eyes glued to the subtitle always. Actually, what happens when the Indian students watch an English movie, they, on TV especially, they keep their eyes glued to the subtitle. And going to do that, they miss the real movie. So I think it is necessary for us to be capable of understanding their pronunciation as well. How to understand their pronunciation? By listening repeatedly to English pronunciation. And also they use certain words in their movies. And those words you generally do not find in your textbooks. Why? Because many of those words are informal, and those words are generally not used in written English. But in spoken English, often we use those words. And that is my mission now, that I shall help you out with that vocabulary, with the appropriate vocabulary for spoken English, so that you can speak successfully like the natives. All right, so please look at the board now and watch this video full screen so that you can easily make out what is written on the whiteboard. And also I'm going to write the meanings of these 7 sentences here, and while writing those meanings, I shall be spelling out the words very loudly so that you can note down in your exercise book. So it is better if you sit with an exercise book or a notebook and a pen. Okay? Otherwise, you have to watch this video a number of times in order to memorize these words, these informal words. Most of them are informal words. And these words you will not find in writing. Now in novels you may find this kind of words. In novels we have conversational English. And in conversational English generally these kind of words occur. So if you want to learn many more similar words, such words, then it is I advise you to read English novels. Well, without further ado, let's do our business right now. He gave the sleuth a red herring. Read this sentence. He gave the sleuth a red herring. Herring, actually, if you individually think of the meaning of this word, it means a type of fish. But here, of course, it is not that type of fish. Here, herring does not mean fish, but something else. And sleuth, this word is also perhaps a little uncommon to you. You are not very familiar with this word. I shall tell you the meaning of this word now. Okay, sleuth, S-L-E-U-T-H. Sleuth means detective. Detective. That's right. Let me underline this. Sleuth. And a red herring. A red herring. What does this phrase mean? This phrase means a clue that misleads somebody. A misleading clue. Okay, so what is the full meaning of this sentence? He gave the sleuth, that means he gave the detective, a red herring, a wrong clue in order to mislead him. So I shall write the meanings of these two, one phrase and one word here. Okay, sleuth means detective, D-E-T-E-C-T-I-V-E. Detective. Detective. Okay? My V looks like an X. Really, so pathetic the handwriting is. I'm very sorry for that. I think you will not mind my poor handwriting. Okay? And a red herring means a wrong clue. A wrong clue. WRONG. Wrong clue. CLUE. He gave the sleuth a red herring. He gave the detective a wrong piece of information, maybe, or a wrong clue in order to misguide him. That's the meaning. Let's move on to number 2. India must romp home. This phrase, romp home, you perhaps fail to understand. So I shall tell you the meaning of this idiom. This is an idiom. India must romp home. But this idiom is not used in written English. When you are writing something formal, say you are writing a paragraph or an essay for your examination, or maybe you are asked to write a letter, an official letter especially, then it is better for you to avoid this type of words and phrases because they are not used in written English. People may not like the use of these kind of words and phrases in written English. So when you speak English, these words are welcome. You can of course use these words as and when you like. So India must romp home means India must win easily. India must win easily. Romp home means win, WIN, win easily. EASILY. India must win easily. India must romp home. There is a football match between East Bengal and Mohun Bagan today, and I'm sure East Bengal is going to romp home. Or don't be offended. Perhaps you are a supporter of Mohun Bagan, as I am citing the example that East Bengal will romp home. You may feel angry, you may get angry. So it is better for me to make another example sentence with Mohun Bagan. In today's match, I think Mohun Bagan will romp home. Okay? Next, number 3. She always talks shop. Here all these words, there are 4 words, and if you think of these words individually, you will see, you know the meaning of these 4 words individually. But when they are put together, they become an idiom, an English idiom. Here, what is the idiom? Talk shop. Talk shop. She always talks shop. So what is the meaning? This is also a colloquial idiom phrase. This means she always talks about her business at an inappropriate time. Say there is a social occasion somewhere and people have gathered. Suddenly you happen to see a certain person who always talks shop. He is always talking about his business, he's talking about his work, and other people feel a little bored very naturally if you see that somewhere somebody is talking about his personal work or about his personal profession, job at length, not 1 or 2 sentences only, but going on talking for a long time. Then you may say, please stop talking shop. Stop talking shop. So talk shop means, I'm writing the meaning here, to talk, TALK, talk about, ABOUT, about one's, ONE, apostrophe S, one's work, WORK, about one's work at an inappropriate time. Inappropriate Appropriate. Appropriate. Appropriate time. Time. So that's the meaning. To talk about one's work at an inappropriate time. Inappropriate time. Always say you are at your office and there you are talking about your work. That's okay, all right, fine. There you cannot say that you are talking shop. But you have been invited to a wedding party. Going there, you see that people are all enjoying themselves. Suddenly, you start talking about your personal work, your personal job, and people around feel a little uneasy about that because you also look a little, you seem a little awkward to them because there it is not appropriate for you to talk about your personal work or business. All right, let's move on to number 4. He is taken short. Yeah, here also you see, not a single uncommon word is there. All the words you are familiar with. But still, it is very difficult for you to understand what this sentence means. That is the problem. When you watch an English movie, even if you understand their pronunciation, if you do not know these words and phrases which are used in spoken English, it will be difficult for you to follow them. They will use this kind of idioms, idiomatic English as called. And spoken English is to a certain extent idiomatic. Mostly if you follow the Americans or the English people, you will see they use a lot of idioms. If you watch cricket matches or football matches, especially cricket matches I'm talking about, you will see the running commentators use a lot of idioms. Say, for example, Ravi Shastri, then Gavaskar, Harsha Vogle, they all use a lot of idioms. Like Sachin Tendulkar is coming up with all the guns blazing. This kind of idioms and phrases they use. With both guns blazing. Alright, so here he is taken short. Let me underline this phrase. Taken short. Taken short. It simply means he has a sudden urge to pee or poop. He has a sudden urge where it is not. You may be embarrassed a little. Say you are traveling by train or by bus. Suddenly there you are taken short. That means you have a sudden urge to poop. Poop means to urinate. I'm sorry, pee means to urinate and poop means to defecate. If you are taken short, that means you have to look for a public toilet in order to relieve yourself. So taken short means sudden, S-U-D-D-E-N, sudden urge, U-R-G-E, urge to pee. Okay, I'm writing the word urinate. Okay, that will be easier for you to understand. Otherwise, P also you know, but okay, let me write the word P then. P-double-A-P. P means to urinate, okay? Or poop. P-double-O-P. Poop. Poop means to pass stools. To pass stools. A sudden urge to pee or poop. He is taken short. Let's move on to number 5. My brother is twiddling his thumbs. My brother is twiddling his thumbs. What does it mean? This particular phrase, this idiom, you have to know. Otherwise, it is impossible for you to understand the meaning. So, twiddling one's thumb, that is the idiom. Here, my brother, that's why my brother is twiddling his thumbs. My brother is doing absolutely nothing. My brother is doing absolutely nothing. Twiddling one's thumbs, twiddling one's thumbs means to do nothing, absolutely nothing. So here, doing, D-O-I-N-G, doing, absolutely, A-B-S-O-L-U-T-E-L-Y, absolutely nothing, N-O-T-H-I-N-G, nothing. My brother is twiddling his thumbs. My brother is doing absolutely nothing. Move on to number 6. You have to do time for a caper. This word, caper, is unknown to you. Most probably. This word has two shades of meaning. One is the general sense, and another is the informal sense. That means, on a formal occasion, this word is not used in that sense. So here also you see, you have to do time. You know the meaning of the word do? You know the meaning of the word time. But why is it impossible for you to understand what this sentence means? Let me, okay, you may tell me that perhaps you don't know the meaning of this word, that's why it is difficult for you to understand it. Okay, let me tell you the meaning. Caper. Caper means an illicit activity. Illicit, illegal, an illicit activity. Now is it possible for you to understand? You have to do time for a caper, you have to do time for an illicit activity. Can you? Probably not. Until and unless you know the meaning of this particular idiom, do time, it is impossible for you to make out this particular sentence. So do time means to be in prison. To be in prison. P-R-I-S-O-N. Okay, so let me write the meanings here. Do time. First I'm writing the meaning of the idiom do time. To be, B-E-B, in, I-N, in, prison, P-R-I-S-O-N, prison, to do time. Now I'm writing here the meaning of caper. A caper means illicit activity. I-double-L-I-C-I-T, illicit activity. A-C-T-I-V-I-T-Y, activity. Illicit activity. Okay? So to be in prison for an illicit activity. Illicit means illegal. Illegal. Move on to number 7. I have got long in the tooth. Literally, I have got long in the tooth. Long in the tooth. To get long in the tooth. That means this is the idiom, long in the tooth. You know the meaning of these words? You know the meaning of these words individually. Long, you know the meaning. In the tooth, you understand. But still, if you are asked to tell me the meaning of this sentence, perhaps you fail. If you don't know this, and if you know this, it's possible for you to tell. So I have got long in the tooth means simply I have become old. I have become old. I have become, B-E-C-O-M-E, become old. O-L-D, old. It is also used in the sense, say for example, somebody is talking about something which is very cliched, some idiom, and telling you that this is a very new English idiom. But you know that this English idiom was used a number of years ago even. So you tell them, my dear friend, this idiom has got long in the tooth. This idiom is an old idiom. There's nothing new. So these are the meanings of these 7 sentences. Now it's your task to memorize these 7 sentences. Sentences may not be. I mean, it is not necessary for you to memorize these 7 sentences. But I shall ask you to memorize these idioms, these informal idioms. Rompom, sleuth. Sleuth is a word. It is an informal word. When you are writing something, don't use this. Okay? A red herring is an idiom. It is also, it is not all that informal. Sometimes it is used in writing even. Actually, I have collected it from a certain novel by Sidney Sheldon. I don't know whether you know the name of Sidney Sheldon. If you are in the habit of reading English novels, you must have heard the name of Sidney Sheldon. And Sidney Sheldon's books use a lot of terms, colloquial, informal terms. Next, rompom, talk shop, taken short, twiddling his thumbs, do time. This is a word, this is an informal word, caper. They are long in the tooth. Have you understood the lesson? If you find any gray area here, say you have failed to understand a certain part of this lesson, don't ignore it. Please write down in the comment box. And I assure you, my dear friends, I promise I shall address your question absolutely individually. And I think that it is my responsibility as a teacher to communicate with my friends, my students, my friends. My students are my friends. So if this communication is not two-way, there is a problem. It will be difficult for us to successfully learn this language. I want a two-way communication. I'm communicating, you also do communicate, please. That will be a very, very enjoyable session then. All right. So those of you who have not yet subscribed to this channel, subscribe please. If you don't like the contents that we upload on this channel, you must not subscribe to this channel. What use if you find these lessons useless? My dear friends, if you give me a dislike, I won't mind. If you give me a dislike and mention the reason for that, mention the reason for your dislike in the comment box, I shall be grateful to you. This way I will be able to remove all the drawbacks, all the flaws from my teaching technique. Okay? So please, those of you who are interested in English, if you have any friend who is also interested in English equally, share this video with him or her. Thank you very much. See you again in the next session. Bye-bye.